They just want you to sit in your chair and go, hip hip hooray, for the Western press and the Western narrative. Regurgitating the same old, same old, same old, every single day, without this. Please watch the first series, the first 2 episodes, the second series. Look at that.
Absolutely fascinating.
And it was the first time the Beatles had really stopped being semi-professional almost.
Have you all watched the game? Good evening, by the way. I've watched the game. I've watched the game twice more. The full game. Just sat and watched it. And it didn't change. You know, you might think that's a silly statement, but it didn't change my attitude from last night. See what I mean? It didn't change. In fact, it was worse. It was worse. And it's so sad. It's so sad. The tunnel we're going down. Excuse me, phone call. Would you believe it? Hello? Hiya, Lee.
How's it going, mate? You all right?
I'm good, Lee. I've just gone live this minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't worry, Lee. No, Lee. Don't be worried. Are you going to come down and see me?
Yeah.
When?
I'm just waiting for the kids to go back to school.
After a week, yeah. Yes, they're off this week, aren't they?
Yeah, we'll see if you're off for 2 weeks. You've got another week to go yet, so I'll sort it out with you then.
Oh, brilliant. All right.
Have a nice trip.
You mean show? Yeah.
So I'm off to work now myself.
All right, yeah. Oh, Lee, thanks for giving us a bell, mate. Really appreciate it. Speak to you soon.
I'll tune in anyway when it gets settled.
All right, Lee. You take care of yourself. Shut up. Lovely fella, then. Red. Said, I forgot about you going on. He's going to work. Very disappointed, he said. Very disappointed. So anyway, I watched the game and it was very disappointing. I couldn't get anything. Remember yesterday when I said before the game, before this watch along, I said, if something goes awry, goes pear-shaped or whatever I said, you'll get someone scapegoating Jones. One person scapegoated him today. I never watched loads of pods, you know. I was just seeing what these fellas were thinking. And only one of them picked on Jones. And a few others he was picking on. Now, Jones didn't deserve the same criticism as the likes of Kirkes. Canate as well. He was terrible. He was terrible. All right, okay. Let's get started. Let's just go down this road and let's see what you're saying. The lovely Ambi. Hi there, Helen. Hi, Frank and everyone. Hope nobody forgot to turn the clocks back last night. I've got watches and they just go back automatic, so I'm all right. I've got one big clock and it's made it to turn back. Just one clock. Anyway, that's it. Mr. Frank, I read Mr. Slot said, we don't know how to stop this. You say in English, dead man walking. I think he has to go, or he has to go as the football and results won't improve until there is a change made ASAP. Think about what Adetta said. And a lot of people are agreeing with you. Adetta, a lot of people. A lot of people. And he's coming out with some, I won't listen to him, but I had to. And he's blaming the long throws and that. What's that all about? You know, he said they score from a set piece. We should have scored as well. This is a Liverpool manager coming out with this. This is a Liverpool manager. The finest British club ever. And he's coming out with statements like that. If they score, we should score. That's what Alessi's saying. And Edward says, I think he'll be gone by Christmas. Edward again. They might see it that different. They might see it that a different manager will improve the new players, and if he stays, the new players won't improve, and it will be a massive loss. I have to change my glasses. It's becoming more difficult for me to bloody read. I hate these things. But at least I can see. And that's it. This team doesn't want to do what Mr. Shankly said. For a player to be good enough to play for Liverpool, he must be prepared to run through a brick wall for me and then come out fighting on the other side. Yeah, but I think that it's up to the manager. He can't. He's a coach. He's not coaching. He can't coach. That's the problem. He's got a system, and he's determined to get this system up and running. But the system is an Eredivisie system. That's the Dutch league. And the Dutch league is nowhere near the level of the Premiership League. And I tried to explain it last night, as you know, Odette, that if a British manager went over, you know, I'm talking about a Premier League manager, went over with his backroom staff to the Dutch league, he's have the mindset of the Premiership, and he's have them playing like a Premiership side. This is what this fella's doing. He's trying to play them like an Eredivisie team, and it's not working. slow builds up, all this passing about doesn't work. Not in the Premiership. It just does not work at all. And you know that anyway, because you know your footballer, that. You know that. That's what something came out today saying if he doesn't hurry up and find performances, he will be gone soon and Klopp might accept the interim role. Says Callum. At least Callum never went for a walk last night. Went for a walk. You can't look. Remember when I said about Oscar Wilde? Oh, you might think, what's this, Oscar Wilde? And there's a quote, and it suits this fella down to the ground. It suits him, Slot I'm talking about. It suits him right down to the ground. A man who doesn't think for himself does not think at all. So what's he thinking? He can't think for himself. He just doesn't. And that suits, that quote by Oscar Wilde suits him right down to the ground. Mr. Sloot. He doesn't think for himself. I don't know what he thinks about. Edwards, how do you know they aren't discussing getting rid of him? Says Callum. I'm going to go right down to see what you're saying. That actually starts Enzo next game. No joke in the Prem. And Edwards to Callum, they might be. We'll know soon if performances and result. Does anyone really think that, that performances and results are going to? You've only got to look, and you know that I go back to last January, and the football we're playing, and I keep saying it. The only game that we got at players at the opposing team was the day we won the league, and that was against Tottenham when we went 1-0 down, and nothing's changed about the defence. When was the last time we had a clean sheet? When was the last time? And nothing changes. He's not going to change. Nothing will change. He can't. He really cannot do anything with the defence. With a system. A system. Everything's a system. Remember when you used to see Virgil instructing his defence, shaping his defence? I don't see that anymore. Let's go champs, say Steve. If we're looking like we ain't finishing 5th CL spot, FSG will sack on, say Steve. FSG. They won't. They're not bothered. They don't look. Steve, I keep saying this. They know absolutely zilch about football. Nothing. And they've just put the whole of Liverpool Football Club is in charge by Edwards. Steve, Edwards, I have the same concerns. I'm glad that the terminology concerns has come up, because that's what we are. We're concerned. People need to be criticised. They really do. No matter who's in charge of the club. Well, who's running the club, to be honest. I'm going to go right down. I'm sorry there. I really thought that was... Sorry there. Callum was 7th. And Edwards, Steve, being 7th is not good enough for the title defence. It's not good enough for Liverpool Football Club. Never mind the title defence, that's gone now. Never mind the title defence. It's not good enough for the club. We were top of the league a couple of weeks ago. Top of the league. Think about that. Think about it. Because that's what I do. I think about it. I think about, we were top of the league. How come we're in this position now? What's happened? And we were playing awful while we were top of the league. Dreadful football. And if anyone had been like you do, you good people who know your football, you know that I was saying it. We were awful. We played awful today. And we were getting away with it. Hoping that we will turn a corner and start playing some decent football. And I kept saying we haven't had a decent game yet. An outstanding game since the Tottenham. And then nothing. After that, it was back. Oh, we've won the league, Fucking hell. Nothing after. And the same this season. We were lucky, as I said, we were very, very lucky to get away with the wins that we've had. Remember the games we went 2-0 up and we were clawed back to 2-2. That was the football we were playing. Steve again, to Edwards. Our target for this season is a top 5 finish only. With all these signings made, it will take a season to bed in. And to Callum again. You think fucking Arne Sluter's name is, can bridge that massive gap of 1 point and get 5th? Fuck's sake. Odette, I've been reading your messages. The rot has to stop now for me. The owners will not go back to Klopp. He will want full control. They will choose between Arola and De Zerbi, I would suggest. Messi. De Zerbi's good. I'll give you that. Arola's good as well. Arola. He is. My grandson mentioned De Zerbi. He said he plays like Klopp. And he watches football. He's this type of lad who knows the ins and outs of managers. And even when the Sloop man came, he said he's not going to be good enough, Granddad. I'm telling you now. And I said, well, you know, but he won the league, didn't he? He said, yeah, but it wasn't his team. And there's what he said. He's going to change this team for next season. That's this season. But I know it's Edwards who's changing it. Even if Frank says, Barry, and everyone, hope Frank's ticket rolls out. I think all our tickets, not just mine. Not just mine. And Steve to Edward. We were never in a place for the title with all our signings. If only needed 2 players for the starting 11 from last season and added a few to the squad, we would yeah, sure. I think you're missing the point, Steve. Honest, you're missing the big point, aren't you? You know, you're saying 2 players, we'll be fighting for the title. You're missing the point. You're a Liverpool supporter. Can't you see it with your own eyes? What's happening? What we're playing like? It's a system. It's a system, and he won't change it. Carry on regardless, Steve. Carry on regardless. Things are serious if Frank's doing a Sunday stream, says Edward. Well, I asked last night. I'm disgusted, to be honest, with what's happening to my football team. Disgusted. This mess is caused by Arne and his coaches. Yeah, I see, you're contradicting yourself there. What you just said before. If, 2 players, and we'd be, challenging for... Come on. They need to stop their experiments of playing a new style of footy and go back to that. He's been playing it last season as well. Been playing it last season as well, and I wasn't working. And what did he say a few weeks ago out of his own mouth? Not reading about it, where you could say, no, that's I'm not taking any notice of that report there. You see him doing that, saying, we're training our new system at the AXA training centre. You heard him saying it a couple of weeks ago. And he can't get the Eredivisie out of here. He hasn't got the nous. That says to Steve, I agree, Bournemouth play with freedom and Arola make them hard to beat. Kirkes doesn't become a bad player overnight. He's low on confidence due to Mr. Slot's tactics. Yes. Yes. Well said, Adet. Well said, sweetheart. Barry, does anyone? No, I'm just giving you that. The way we're playing, do you think, Barry? Do you think that the way we're playing now, and it doesn't? I can't see in the foreseeable future with us changing. I really can't. Is there any players out there with confidence? There's only Szoboszlai. and a little bit about Jones. Frank, Arne and his coaches are in insanity mode. They need to change their ways or they will be fucked them. They're not going to change. I don't understand. You're saying they're insane, insanity mode. He's got a backroom staff of tell me one fucking Dutch manager and backroom staff that have been successful in the Prem. Please, just tell me, Steve. Who's been successful? And don't fucking say, oh, we won the league. He never fucking won the league. Keep saying it. Look, imagine this. 2 years ago, you had idiotic fans. I don't know where the fuck they're from, but the idiotic fans saying, get rid of Mo Salah. Get rid of him. Pass the show. Now, let's fast forward to last season. Mo Salah's not there. Who's going to score the goals? Who's going to win a golden boot? Who's going to get a record assists? That's who won the league. That's who won the league. With the squad that Klopp left. Not him. Not him. Because he started trying to play his system and it was awful, which he's doing now. And don't forget that the likes of Man City had one of the worst seasons they've had under Pep. And they were dropping points left, right and centre. And remember when Arsenal were playing? And they were dropping points left, right and centre. We were made up. They thought, to drop some points. We've only got to do this. We've only got to do that. I'm not going down that fucking thing that you stay honestly on. Is this Richard Hughes on the phone? I'm looking at the table right now. I feel sick, says Yusuf. And Toscana. Buonasera, Franco and chat. It's time for Slot to go. I'm fed up of his excuses. He's got a great set of players. He's the problem. Him and his backroom staff are out of their depth. There's two ladies on here. Toscana and Adet. They've put it in a nutshell. They put it in a nutshell. Thank you, Toscana. Buonanotte. Buonasera. Mi scusi. Buonasera. And Steve says, Edward's on the phone to Frank to replace. I think anyone could fucking replace him to be it. What's even more sicker than, says Yusha, is there's no noise from the club to get this guy to sack. And Bounty Killer. Hiya, Bounty. Are we winning the next two games? Well, the way we're playing, no. 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 You see, when we beat Frankfurt, and no one's saying it. You know, I'm talking about like some of the pods I've been. I looked at 3. One I totally agreed with. He was good. His analyst, his analytical skills were very, very good. The other two, to say the least, dodgy. Are we going to win the next two games? I think you can answer that yourself, Bounty, simply because the way we're playing, and it's not going to change, there's no confidence throughout that team. And as I said about Frankfurt, people were saying, we're back. No! I even said Brentford, it's a totally different kettle of fish because Frankfurt was absolutely woeful. And yet, when they scored their opening goal, they walked through us. They just walked through us. Brilliant football. And I said at the time, as they were going through, when I was doing the watch along, they're playing the football that we should be playing, that we used to play. And then they scored. There you go. And Steve to Barry, only one target this season, top 5 finish. And Barry says he won't be sacked before Christmas. Let's be hypothetical, okay? Let's be hypothetical. We're going on this run, let's say what Barry says, we won't be sacked until Christmas. And then he gets sacked. Say he just gets sacked. And then we bring someone in. The season is over by then. We have to play Real Madrid in a couple of weeks. At Anfield, do you think we'll beat them? Do you think that we'll beat Real Madrid at Anfield the way we're playing now? Last season, and I fucking keep saying this. I keep saying this. You've heard me many times. When we played Plymouth Argyle, I was fucking sick. Plymouth Argyle, who was way bottom of their league, getting hammered by all these little mad teams. We played them and they beat us in the FA Cup. We played Paris Saint-Germain. We played them in Parc des Princes. But I've actually seen Liverpool win the European Cup against Real. When Barney Rubble scored that goal. And we were all in that end. Ran over to it. And little Harvey Elliott scored a winner. We were very lucky. Very lucky. We get them to Anfield. And I said, with a European night every day, we're going to beat these. We're going to beat. And one lad said to me, but we only got beat on penalties. And I said, did we go through? He said, no. I said, what happened? He said, we got beat on penalties. I said, did we get beat? He said, yeah. I said, well, that's it. We got beat. You're saying penalties. And what did he do? He took 2 players off who take penalties for their country. 10 minutes to go. He must have thought that we were going to score, which we fucking didn't look like going to score. I think it's just hope it's a lot. Hope we do so. You heard him in his press conference. You know, they score from set pieces. We should score from set pieces. But it was like screaming out yesterday, where's the fucking backroom staff for all these set pieces? Defending. Slot's sucking all the confidence out of the players, Toscana. I'm 100% behind every player. Yes. They are. Confidence. It's the two big C's. It's the confidence and the concern. Probably right, Steve. Can't believe what we are all watching at the moment, says Barry. Frank, this mess is going to get a lot worse before it gets better. We are going to be mid-table end of November. That's what I said last night. You know, and people are saying, like you yourself said it, we're fighting for the top five. We're fucking champions, for God's sake. We were top of the league a few weeks ago. We were clear of Arsenal. We beat Arsenal down here. And I said at the time, didn't I, about the Arsenal game, during that watch along. They haven't attacked. Good job. These are not attacking because they just wanted a point. They just sat back and sat back. When Szoboszlai scored that unbelievable free kick, they started to try to attack on us, but it was too late for them. Just like it's too late for us last night. When Mo scored. But we're playing, don't you think, Steve, as though we are a mid-table side. We are a mid-table side. That's the way it is. Bit of positivity. City lost and Haaland looked unstoppable. What's the fuck? I'm not fucking interested. Why are you telling me that, Callum? I'm not fucking interested. Positivity, City got put. So fucking what? I'm more concerned if you want to go and fucking support City and, you know, not support them, made up that they're getting beat. Great, go on other pods. I'm concerned about Liverpool Football Club. Not fucking Manchester City and getting beat in fucking Ireland. Not interested. He walk away now. Fucking as usual. Fuck's sake. That's it, Steve. What is frightening? I don't like French football like PSG, but watch Madrid today. They will humiliate Liverpool next week if Slot stays. And Steve to Barry, this mess is all on Slot and his coaches. I feel sorry for our squad to put up with this mess. Yes. There's the vlogs. Sorry about that, Frank. Trust me. I was going to say we moaned a lot at Slot for playing Saint. Have you there? I can't make that out. Oh, the same every game last season for not resting players, but the players were galled and won loads of games. The Anfield Road. All right, Frank, surprise show, lad. Yeah. I asked last night, Raw, you know, if you want me to do a special, you know, because by the time you digest what happened yesterday, the diabolical performance, another one, every fucking game's a diabolical that we've played all season, by the way, and games last season as well, with this wonderful new system that he thinks he's got. and he's at the AXA training ground. With his new system. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this, lads. We can do this, lads. Fuck off. Do what? Toscana. If Slot said he doesn't know how to stop, then he's got to walk. Simple as that. Once a manager starts blaming the opposing team's set pieces, then you know it is time to say, ta-da. Yes. The vlogs. This season, he is changing the team every single game. Nobody has gelled at all. Why not pick the best? He doesn't know what it is. Like he was and was working. Doesn't add up. And Steve, next 5 games, this is 2 of them. As coach, I'm not calling him fucking on. As coaches need to play, what's that? 451,441 system. Counter-attack. Is that a fucking joke? 4-5-1. 4-5-4-1 system. Counter-attack. We need to be when you're writing English, fucking use your commas and put a full stop at the end of the fucking sentence. I can't fucking read these fucking things. I'm a PhD, for fuck's sake. And I can't read some fucking things. We need to be hard to beat and stop the rot of defeats in the EPL. Of course we do, Steve. Of course we do. Toscana. I'm hoping he's gone this week, not Christmas. We can't wait that long. The system is round pegs and square holes. Hello. These players look mentally, physically, emotionally drained and are showing. And the show and the sloop man, his new style ain't working. Well, just going right through these fucking things. Lack of effort from the players has shown me he's losing the dressing room. Players show a lack of commitment. Excuse me. Lack of commitment is criminal for me. Criminal to us all. Not just you, Steve. Totally agree with your formation. Either one playing counter-attack, says Barry the Aldridge. See, I'm not fucking interested. I'm not being funny with you. I'm not fucking interested in Manchester fucking City and the Blues. And so fucking what? It's there. Hang on. Am I in a time warp here? It's this May. And we're 3 points clear of Manchester City. It's this May. Is this my birthday month? And Manchester City got beat. And we're 3 points ahead of them, which is, great. Who's fucking interested? Fucking had enough of this already. Fucking hell. Fucking Manchester City got fucking beat. So fucking what? Are we going to leap above Manchester City? Fuck's sake. Get a grip. the on-field to Steve. Robbo was a true loyal player. He now maybe needed more than ever after the shocking Kirker's performance so far. And this is relying on a player that's past the sell-by date. You know that. And this is what we're reverting to. Remember, he was going to Spain last season. He was going. You were all saying, Robbo, that's all right. Yeah, thanks for your thing, but you're past it now. You've got to look at Kirkers. Everyone was saying this lad's good when we brought him. So what's fucking happened between him playing for Bournemouth was outstanding to this season? Tell me what's changed? What's changed? Tell me what's changed. The Kirkers. Why has he gone from dink to dink? Now, I don't watch German football, and I knew fuck all about Wirtz, but what everyone was saying, including my daughter and my grandson, Ben. Granddad, he's fucking good. This fella. Even Mark Goldridge and that Alice girl, they were saying, he got Wirtz. Great player. And can he fucking play with them? Nope. Nope. I've said it all the time, Steve. Not paying that $5 million for Gahey is criminal now. You were saying it at the time. I was saying it. Why don't we just pay? It was like Zubamendi. El Presidente said, just give me the money. I don't want installments. Just give me the money, you can have them. But you're getting at the time, you got stupid, pathetic, no brain cells. Liverpool fans. I don't know where they fucking come from. I'm being honest. And they were saying he didn't want to come because he's saying it. He's saying it. He didn't want to come here. What the fuck is he going to say? Because he really thought that he was coming to Liverpool. What did you want him to say to his, to the fans of his club? He's not going to start playing the new season and saying, oh, yeah, I wanted to go to Liverpool, Yeah. I nearly went. The president wouldn't pay the money. Fucking hell. Give up. And Toscana, I can't see results and performances improving. The only team to lose 4 games on the trot. From 1st to 7th. Surely the owners will be bothered about the money. It'll lose if not finishing in the top 4. Listen, I'm being honest with you. Toscana, they look at the crowd going into Liverpool and it's chocker every week. They've only got to see the backlog of season tickets that people are clamouring for. They've only got to look at the businesses that bring in their corporate people. When I was teaching, there was a mature students in my class. Lovely man, red. And he used to say to me, do you want to go to the game? He said, I've got this. Yeah, okay. Because his son had these season tickets. He was a businessman and he was an Evertonian. I'm just trying to prove a point here. And he wouldn't bring them to Goodison because there's business associates around the country, even abroad. He didn't want to go to Goodison, and he's an Evertonian. So he bought these block of tickets, where you looked after as well, by the way, for the businessmen. Because he used to say, I'll bring you to a game, welcome them here to Liverpool. And he's there. Because he only wanted to go and watch Liverpool. He wanted to visit Anfield. These are the corporate people. So they look at these business people who have bought blocks and boxes and everything. They're not fucking interested. Their money is going in there. Oh, it's a nice bonus, wherever you finish in the league. It's a great bonus. And if you win a trophy, oh, great, yeah, better still. But they're relying on the bread and butter of the fans. Filling the ground in. Every week, every home game. And even our away fans going away. Our wonderful away fans. That's what happens. That's how you work out the economics. That's it. Frank, we say in French, plus qu'à change, plus c'est la même. I don't know, I can't. My fucking French is terrible. It's like my English. The more things change, the more they stay the same. You say more changes than opt-iners. Too many changes. Monsieur Slot makes. And Callum, I love our new 1-3-3-3-1 system. Raw. Yeah, me lad. The law. I particularly enjoyed our keeper constantly kicking the ball out for Brentford to throw it back. Yeah, I said that on the pod yesterday, live when I was doing the watch it. I said, what's he fucking done? That's the worst clearance I've ever seen in my life by a goalkeeper. Mama-Villi. I think I'm going back to what Oscar Wilde says. I don't think I'm thinking for myself either. Fucking hell. The Anfield I woke this morning, I went for a jog and got back and it was still real. Bella, are you Bella? Come stare. I'm speechless at the moment. The way Liverpool are playing. Slot always has an excuse. Never comes out and says sorry to the fans. He won't. He won't. He just blames everybody else but himself, Bella. Everybody. Our players passing the ball back to our keeper towards his right foot. I'm kicking out for the throw-ins to our box was shocking. He's left-footed. Passed the ball to his left foot. I watched that game. I was like Bellingham, Mbappe, fucking hell. Time for Joe Gomez, right back. Enzo and Gravenberch, so Mo and Wirtz behind Mo and Hugo. No winger. No winger, one trick pony, Gapco. Sod off. I'm not sure what happened to De Zerbi towards the end of his stint at Brighton, says Toscana. And the vlogs. If is this job too big for Slot? Question mark. He was given a gift last season, Klopp's team. He's supposed to be a coach. Yes, ma'am. Brackets. Does he have a say in these players, Edwards and Co? No, he doesn't. He was hired because the friends, he's hired, he was just hired to coach the team. So we got these new players. Do you know what it's like? I'll try and give an analogy. If you're a chef and say somewhere in, say like Indonesia, you're a chef and you leave a little restaurant here, you know, where you cook bacon and eggs and beans, you know, the usual Friday, every morning. And you did a little whatever, you know, for a dinner. Fellas didn't want a breakfast, but he wanted like a dinner, and he just did that, whatever it was. And he goes over to Indonesia. And the chef goes, looks at him like that. He says, yeah, here's ingredients, make some. Make an Indonesian menu. And he couldn't do it. That's fucking Slot. That's Slot. He's had these new players and he hasn't a fucking clue how to play them. That's my take on it. You can agree, disagree. Just say I think it's stupid or whatever. Frank, what's the list of managers to replace Sam if he's sacked? De Zerbi. My top manager to replace him, and even when Klopp said, listen, I have to leave, I have to leave. You know, not like I'm going. So he had to leave, didn't he? Because of this internal stuff. And I said then, I never had a clue who this man was. Sloot. Never had a clue. Didn't have a clue. I said, who's this fella? Who the fuck is he? Now I watch Italian football, Serie A, because of family commitments, and you know, my granddad was a great supporter of Napoli, and a couple of his brothers, my uncles, my great uncles, were great supporters of Inter, believe it or not. So anyway, that's why I watch. And when you get the likes of, it doesn't fucking matter, does it? I'm fucking fed up already. But anyway, what I wanted, as I said, I watched them, was Simeone and Inzaghi. I wanted him. I said, if we can't get hold of Xabi, because he's got a great and don't forget, when Xabi was playing for Bayern, he was coming over and watching the game, you know. Loads of people, a couple of my mates had actually seen him at the game. What are you doing here? Come to see the Reds. So we had that affiliation with the club, with his playing days, and with the fans. and he knew the history of the club. So when he refused it, and you've only got to think of why he refused it. It wasn't to say, I want another season with it. No. He was told, but you don't buy players, you don't bring your staff. We do that. We bring in the players. So he's just sitting around and said, oh, fuck off then. Yeah, okay. I'll just stick it out here. And he did. And look where he is now. And Callum. Steve, Sean's ice, hopefully comes. He supports Liverpool only. Oh, fucking good job you put that there. I'm joking. Hiya, Fozzie. Can't get you on, mate. He's giving our tactics away, Frank. He didn't have to come out and say them verbally, to be honest, Fozzie. Honestly. Because a decent manager will look and go, cracked. He cracked it. He cracked the system. Why do you think no Dutch team for fucking years has won the European Cup? Because they fucking found out. Or the Champions League, whatever you call it. To me, it's the European Cup. Hiya, Frank. Was anyone surprised last night? Because I wasn't, says the King. We will be in the bottom half if we keep this manager. Zobo started midfield, then right back, then midfield again. Not good enough. Slot out. End of. That's it. Right in a nutshell. That's shocking, that, isn't it? You know, there's a fan coming out and just saying it. Yes. You don't have your best midfielder, and that's what he was last night. So Bosley, he was our best midfielder. Then all of a sudden, he's put at right back. Then he's put at midfield. He brings on Joe Gomez for Verts, and reverts. This is desperation by him. He hasn't a fucking clue. So he reverts Virgil to centre forward. Then he brings on the kid Rio, hoping that Rio would change to get a kid. He's just turned 17, putting the onus on him. Fucking hell. Toscana to Bella. Slot is stubborn and won't see it's his fault. He's got the players. The job is too big for him. John Neal. Even if Frank and Cole can't see where the next win comes from, I think we're about to see Slot sack himself through his inept tactics. Bring in Sam Allardyce for our relegation battles. You can't make these fucking things up, can you? Sam Allardyce. Yeah, him and Sammy Lee. Him and Sammy. Okay, now. And the Fozzie says, Slot keeps talking on about the opposition tactics every time. Yeah. Oh, you know, the league has changed. Why he was fucking saying what's gone wrong this season, because he said the Premier League has changed from last season. Have you never fucking heard the likes? Oh, Jesus. And it's so frustrating. Not the Fosey says. The old mate Paul. Good evening, Frank. Some of us are not surprised at what's going on, as you know. But we appoint a manager. At what point we're clueless in caps? We have great players, but slot system has destroyed the Liverpool way of playing football. Remember Dorothy Langham last night? Was it Dorothy? Yeah, it was Dorothy. And she said, under this manager, we're going backwards. We're going backwards. He's got to go. He's wrecking the club. I'm so frustrated. I want to cry. The club I've been supporting for 51 years. He needs to go, says the lovely Tuscan. Yes. Fuzzy, the sloop man, feeling the pressure. His interviews show me this. Yes, says the Fuzzy to Steve. Bonsoir, Fosey. Yes. What coach would you tell other managers your key weakness? It gives an advantage before the game is played. Naive or arrogant, maybe both. Do you ever remember Pep Linders and the book he wrote? Do you remember that? Saying how we play and our tactics. Must be a new thing at Liverpool Football Club with some daft people, coaches. But you don't need to. You don't need to listen to the sloop man in interviews to find out tactics. You've only got to fucking look at games. You've only got to look at the games. If you're a decent coach, you know how to do. Everybody plays a low block against us and beat us. That's how. I don't like low blocks. Don't like low blocks. Fucking hell. Fosey, Adet. He's done, mate. Sloot's ego is a problem. Look, I'm glad you said that. Because he has got an ego problem. What does he do? We lose 3 games on the trot. 3 games. Instead of going up to the AXA training grounds and working out with his stupid backroom staff, all these other Dutch fellas, working out how to counteract these fucking 3 defeats, what does he do? He goes over to Dubai. So he's treating Liverpool Football Club as a fucking resort for him, just to go in, wave. Do you ever remember IDI? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Do you ever remember that girl? over the phone, over the mic. That's what he's fucking like. And I don't know, you know, I've been looking at the training, and to me, fucking hell, what did he do? Little tennis ball fucking throwing it to one another. Does anyone see that? And getting like an elastic thing on, like, oh, fucking hell. Oh, me help. You know, doing that, you know, they stretch. What the fuck? Get a ball, get out there and start kicking it into the net and stuff. Fucking hell. You can see the players don't have any confidence at the moment. The players looking at, yes, I'm glad someone has actually said it. They're looking unhappy. They're looking unhappy. It's tactics, it's the system, it's the substitutions, it's the... it's just fucking everything. It's the laptop. Well, Van Bronckhorst there, he's sitting, that's all he's got. I remember someone said, sack fucking Bronckhorst and replace him with his laptop. Replace him with his laptop. Excuse me. RT football. RTV football. They say goals change games. We scored on half time, came out second half, and nothing changed. That's a big red flag. Is he slowly losing the dread? I think he has, actually. I really believe, you know, some play. I think Virgil. I think he's lost him. Virgil. I said during the watch along RTV, you know, at least we've got something. If we would have gone in 2-0 down, it would have been much harder. We've got a goal back. And there was no fight. Second half. Did he turn around and say that we had a great 25-minute spell in the first half? We were, where? Where was the 25-minute good spell? We were all over the fucking place, like we were in the second half. Fucking hell. You're right, RTV. Bonsoir, Toscana e Bella Italia. Bella Italia. Bonsoir, Dad. Slaughter's giving me migraines. I don't know what. I'm starting to fucking itch here. Jesus Christ. The vlogs. This is the times you need players like Elliott who would try 100% when they came on from the bench. And also, it's come back to bite us on the bum for not getting a decent CDM. 3 years I've been asking for. 3 years. 3 years. Slot couldn't get the money because they wouldn't give fucking, not Slot. Klopp, they wouldn't give him the money. They would give him fuck all. We won the league and he wants it, you know, and we never strengthened. He said, we won the league. Let's strengthen. No, you're not having anything. Won the Champions League. Again, the same fucking thing. And this fella gets everything. I'm not saying he gets it. You know, all the money's there for Edwards to buy players. And as I said about the Indonesian, an English fucking fella going over to Indonesia, he's been given a load of fucking ingredients. Say, oh, make something. Prove yourself. Make something. And he couldn't fucking do it. And it's like Sloopman. It's like the sloop, man. Yeah, there's a new place. What you do with it? What you do with them? Fucking play them. I can't. But don't tell anyone you can't. Because we fucking brought you in. Fuck. FSG ain't sacking me. I play 4-2-3-1 and it's good now. What's your problem? I'll stop the set piece goals. Give me time. Oh, fucking God. Ah, Jeff, my old mate. Up the fucking Reds. Yes, Jeff. The Ancelot. FSG forced me to buy Tagliatelle legs. Fede Chiesa. He's not my forward. I love Gapco. We love each other. And at least someone's making me laugh. Misty. I am Misty. Seems like Arm's plan is just to throw players forwards and hope for the best. I more or less said the same before, Misty. You know, I think he's one of those types who just hope that we get a goal. If we go forward, if we can get forwards without the player at the back, the backwards and sideways and whatever, and all the slow build-up, that a ball will finally go through to the likes of Ekatike to put it in, or Mo Salah to put it in. And just like the big fucking old ball yesterday for Kirkes to score when the ball came across. And when Mo scored, from sub-out, and he put the ball in, won the ball, put a great ball in, bang, goal. That's what he hopes for. Without any open football that's, out of this world. So you're right there, Misty. He just lives on hope, and it's not working. We have changed from an energetic boss who screams, punches the air, runs mental when we score, screams at players to a coach who stands still, holding his chin with no emotion, boring, still statue. You're right, the Klopp man. Fucking hell. Do we miss him? Yes, of course we miss him. To a boring statue with no emotion, says the Liverpool blogs. Real Madrid will take us to the cleaners. I am dreading Wednesday versus Palace. They'll pick us apart the way we're playing. We won't even beat the likes of Leeds, who attack and attack. Bella. Buonasera, Franco, and you, Reds. Buonasera, Bella. Buonasera. Kigo. Hello, Kigo. It's the first time I've ever seen your name on here before. Anyone who's out there, will you do me a favour? Will you just press the likes and subscribe? Even if you don't, you're not coming on it, just subscribe. Get the algorithm up there. Please. Anyway, Kigo says Slaughter's lost the dressing room. It's blatant. Too many big egos, old and new. That needs a Klopp to get them into gear. Slot out of his depth. And the Tim Potter assistant coach, a diabolical backer. I've been saying it all the time, to be honest, Kigo. I've been saying it all the time, mate. I'm saying You know, everybody on here, all the, you know, the chat on my pods anyway, have all got the same mentality. And we can see right through. You can see right through this man. And with his ballsy head, his head has become transparent. You can see one brain cell bouncing up and down. And that's it. There's no formation in his little skull, you know, with that one brain cell he's got. He's just got the one formation. And Barry, it's not that I don't want him out before Xmas. I don't think the board will get rid. I'll be surprised if they do. I'm sure they will be looking at the situation as we speak. Of course they will. But as I said, he's in for the long haul. Because who brought him in? His fucking mate. You don't get rid of your mates. And that was Edwards, mate of his. Like the Invisible Man, Richard Hughes. He was Edwards' mate. So they're all little mates. And this is why he's got on the phone to the likes of that Van, you know, Broncos, a failed manager. Do you want a job? Yeah, okay. Oh, thanks. Where? Liverpool. Oh, go away. Do you want me? Yep. Oh, got a job. Who am I with? And he's mentioned these other fucking assholes. And he went, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I know them very well. And they're our backroom staff. I never thought at the day that I see a backroom staff that was the equivalent of Mike Marsh under the Northern Irishman and that Welsh fella. I never thought I'd see a day with a backroom staff like that. And yeah, we've got it fucking hell with this fella. Odette at the Ansler, many Slot. Oh, fucking hell. How many languages does shit? Mr. Slot did a decent thing, he's speaking Dutch. I'll start Chiesa against Birmingham City when I take us down to League One. The arms. Toscana to car. We don't give a toss about City. We are Liverpool. We can't console ourselves because of other teams lose. Thank you. I think they've fucking gone now. You know, I'm not interested in fucking Manchester City or any of them. Not interested why they lost. What am I supposed to do? I can't do backward flips. I can't do cartwheels. Because Man City lost. See what I mean? You know, I said last night, shall I do a special pod? And I'm getting these fucking stupid fucking comments. Man City lost. So fucking what? So what? We're talking about our dilemma. Liverpool Football Club, a club that we all support. And someone comes out, oh, here's a bit of good news. Man City got beat. So fucking what? What are we going to do? Are we going to bounce above them? Fuck's sake, come on. Give us a fucking break, will you? I would have loved to have said, are you having a fucking laugh? But I didn't. I think Slot just picks a system out of a hat and hopes for the best. Yeah. It's only what that Misty girl said. Hopes for the best. And that's what we're playing every fucking game. Hope for the best. John Neely's completely lost the dressing room the way he's treated Chiesa. Gomez and Rio was criminal. There you go. Crybaby. says the iron slut. Kegel. The players don't look arsed, got no motivation on their multi-million-pound contracts. Absolutely sickening, the lot of them. They wonder why we're quiet in the ground. That's a great point because someone only mentioned it on my pod yesterday, the watch along. When it was not yesterday, when I was doing it, when was it? The other night. And I said, Man United game it was. And they said, there's no noise coming from it. I said, do you fucking blame them? They're looking at, what are we fucking playing here? They're gobsmacked. They're like speechless. Steve, man, fuck off. Frank, calm down. Get yourself a hot chocolate. Don't let Man City comments get you angry. Yeah, they have made me angry because who wants to fucking... I don't want to know about Manchester City. I really don't. I fucking don't. End of. I'm more concerned about my club that I've supported for fucking years. And we've got a manager who's fucking clueless. He hasn't a clue. And he's very contemptible with his fucking excuses. The next he'll be blaming the fucking fans. Why are the fans having a go at me? Fucking hell. Come on. Like that fucking arsehole last night. Remember, I don't know where he was from or whatever. And he says, calm down, all you. And I said to him, okay. Give me one fact why we should calm down after that display. And the other fucking displays that's been going on. Every other display. We haven't had one fucking good game this season. You tell me why we should calm down with this moron in charge. Fuck's sake. Steve Kirker's best left back. Yes. Vert's best young player in yes. Isak, one of the best strikers in it. Yes. Slot making them look bad. Yes. Yeah. Mark, I thought you were, Francis said you were coming down to see me. And I knew you wouldn't, to be honest. Anyway. Even if Frank, hope you're okay, mate. Worries about the Reds' poor performance, poor displays, team-wise. If the seniors are going to demand insane wages for 2-year extensions, they have to up it by 5 games on the pitch. Long way and a lot of money for me to watch these performances. 29 games to go, and we need them. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for commenting. I couldn't go to your, I can't move. I couldn't go to that charity thing. Sorry about that. Well, I'm not sorry because I can't fucking do anything, to be honest. Anyway, Steve says, hit the thumbs up and subscribe, everyone, in the live chat. El Franco, please say, Steve, thank you. Thank you. I've seen pods and they don't do a live, do they? They don't do live. Oh, if they do live, they ask for fucking, to read out your comments very quickly. They ask for money. You've got to pay money. That's fucking wrong, that. I wouldn't ask any one of our fans for money to read out the comments. That's why I read them out. It's your fucking say. That's the way I look at it. Your say. We get excited. And Barry says, what you said about Henry and Co is right, Frank. The business model is most important to them. They won't let slot ruin it, says Barry. Edwards should have kept Carlyle instead of Marmadashvili. Keller knew, Quahim knew that we were going in for the keeper. You know, there was rumbles, and he's gone like that. I'm going. Because he knew he always had a chance of playing in goal for the Reds. Because Ali's always getting injured, isn't he? How long has he fucking been out again? Don't get me wrong, I'm not having a go at Ali. Ali is the greatest goalkeeper in the world for me. And he would have saved some of those goals that flew past Marmy. That's the way it is. I reckon he would have saved it. Was it there? Third one. When he went out to the that lad who fucking just ran past Kanate. Edwards says, 1K views you had on yesterday's pod. Yeah, believe so. Which is good. Thanks, Edward. And Steve to Barry, we start falling away from the CL spots. FSG will sack slot. They want that CL because there's lots of money in it. But as I said, who will sack him? Now, I'm telling you, look, if you're running a shop and you've got someone in that shop and it's doing very nicely because you're getting all the customers in and some anniversaries come up, and you start, the little baker, your husband's, or whoever, and starts making the anniversary cakes and wedding cakes. And you don't need to go to that shop. You just sit back, let them fucking carry on because it's flowing in. And that's the way FSG work. They're not interested. They haven't a clue about football. They haven't a fucking clue. And the only time they come over is if Liverpool are playing in a Champions League final where they have to go and they're standing there all laughing and having a fucking clue. I told you me and Ian St. John was in a bar, and it's when they first took over. And me and the Saints had just been on the telly. And he said, shall we go for a drink? I said, yeah, come on. So we went for a drink. We went into the bar and grill. And there was one fella in there. And he was at the other end of the bar. So me and the Saint just walked in, having our little drink. And in comes John Henry. Because St. John's looking at me. And he looks over my shoulder and he sees behind me John Henry and that Werner fella. And he went, John Henry's just walked in there. I said, I'm going over to fucking see him. I'll tell you when it was. It was when that Bale fucking scored against us at Anfield. We got beat 2-0 at Anfield. And we were live on the telly, after the game, that LFC TV. And I said, I'm fucking going over to him. So I went over. I said, Mr. Henry. He looked and he went. I said, and I put my hands out to shake his hand. and I shook his hand. Have you ever shaken hands? Have you ever picked a fish up? You know, a fish about that big. Have you ever picked one up and got that? Through a town. That's what his handshake was like, honestly. No character in it, nothing. Just limp, just like that. And I said, we need players. That was a shambles today. And he said, here's what he said. Everything's in hand. I said, do you understand that we need football players? Everything's in hand. And that Werner went like, hey, Gian, the steak's ready. Fucking wasn't like, you know what I mean? Because he just walked in. He walked away. Oh, yeah, I forgot. So I said, you see that man over there? And I was pointing like that. I said, he's a legend. We need players like him. He's a retired legend. And he went, yeah. I said, his name is Ian St. John. A great man. And as I was pointing like that, the Saint thought I was calling him over. And he walked over. And the Saint just put his hands out, you know, to shake hands. And he went, and who are you? I said, I've just told you. A living legend. John, the steak's ready. And walks away. Fucking prick. Keller wanted to be number one at a new club. He's too good to be a number two, says Steve. Agree, Steve, we both want it for different reasons. And Edward, Steve, I didn't know that. Of course he wanted to be number fucking one. Edward, says Steve. He said it in an interview last season. He wants to be number one and he can't be at LFC with Becker here. As I said, he heard the thing that they were going after another keeper. Anyway, he's gone. He doesn't play for us anymore. That's it. Ends up. And Keego sends an SOS to club with Gerrard as assistant and then take over in a couple of seasons. Well, you heard what Klopp said the other day, didn't you? You heard what he said. He said, you know, he was asked, you know, if he'd ever, and he said, possibilities. It's more or less what James Bond said. James Bond, yeah, the James Bond. Never say never. That's what he said. Where's the fucking thing? Where is it? Okay, now, where am I? Fucking hell. Right, so I'm going to go right down here, people. You know, there's loads of yous here. And Steve says, I'm just rolling the dice with his starting 11, praying they will. Good shows. Frankie, if Slot gets sacked, I think interim boss comes in. Yeah, as I said, I'd love that Simeone, Inzaghi. Love him. He's young, he's brilliant. Anyway, as I said, I watched Serie A. Have you noticed, says Johan, how many long balls Gapco gets compared to Salah? Mo was being off the mark, but Gapco was being wasteful in the positions he gets in. Spot on, Johan. And the Anfield Road, interesting fact, where we've not only lost 4 games, we've actually lost 11 matches in 2025 under the Sloot. Well, for me, that has to be questioned, surely. For me, he has a month to sort this mess. If not, he must go, says the Anfield Road. Apparently, says Toscana, he had to go to Dubai to spend some time with his family. I hope it's not true. Of course it's fucking true. Why did he go in the first place? And do you know what else I think? I think he's fucking buying a home there as well. I've seen a lovely place, Arnie. Do you want to come over and have a look? Okay, yes, sweetheart, okay. Sweetheart, okay, I'll come over. And he's gone over while we fucking lost 3 fucking games on the trot. What's more important? Going to fucking Dubai? Or our club, our team, our team? Fuck's sake. Paul Owie. In Slot's defence, he did take all the stupid Dutch backroom staff to Dubai. So he's giving them a fucking holiday. He's using our fucking club. Do you remember when he went to Ibiza? Fucking cheek. He's using us as a fucking travel agency. I'm going there. I should try and get me 8 tickets for our lads and me. Hurry up. Where are you going, Annie? Oh, we're going to Dubai. Going to Dubai. Fuck off. Fucking stay there. Even in Don Franco, hope you're good, says the IBO. Saying you, yes. IBO. Even in Frank, says Steph Dunn. How you doing, Steph? Hope you're okay, pal. Reds are struggling. Getting a bit worried now, mainly in the performances of individuals who demanded huge money for the final 2 years at the club. Strange tactics. But we were all saying give them the money because they're super. Look at Mo, come on. Golden boot. More broke the records of assists. We won the league with him. Without him, we wouldn't have won the fucking league, Steph. Come on. Just give him the money. But now, because of the system and because of the tactics, people are questioning Mo Salah. 4 times he touched the ball yesterday or something like that. Fucking something stupid. I remember who we were playing, Crystal Palace. And Isak was there playing. Oh, yeah. 6 times he got the ball. So, you know, you've got to look at it like that. The system isn't fucking working. It's not working, Steph. Sweetheart, honestly. Steph Dunn marked it. I've got to give you Mark Doyle. He does great things for mental health. Climbs fucking mountains. Climbs mountains. And brings our flag up, by the way. Big Liverpool flag. LFC flag. To the top of a mountain. And waves it. Him and his mates. The other climbers. That's what he does, that lad. Monsieur Frank, I fell in love with Liverpool watching the Paris final 1980. I was there. And when Alan Kennedy scored that goal, he ran over to me. Right to our end, right to me. Like Kennedy ran over to me in 78 at Wembley. said that to me daughter, showing her. I said, you don't know what's in you see me in the crowd? She said, oh, shut up, Dad. Joking, like, obviously. Telling her that. But I do know Barney the Rubble. And I do know Sir Kenny. I fucking hate calling him Sir Kenny. And he knows at the establishment. Mr. Frank. Yes, thank you. What is the game of football? Defends well, dominate at the midfield, score goals, win. I think Slot a similar CV to Rachel Reeves. Stop it. And the King. What hurts most, Frank, is when you see the opposition is working harder than us. I wish Slot would fuck up to Dubai permanently. Neil Caldwell, hiya Neil. Slot is destined to become a great basketball coach. Wonderful stuff. But you never walk alone, are you? Yes, it's not good now. But what could you do throwing away a long term? We lost Diogo, multiple ins and outs. Not all adapt to change immediately. Ekatike, just give you that as an example, you never walk. Did he hit the ground run? Of course. It's the tactics. It's the system. Fucking hell, if you're a player, you're supposed to be a world-class player. You show your skills on the pitch. But if you're told to do certain things, and you go, well, I don't normally do that, fucking do them. And you'd start doing them and you're coming unstuck. Well, you're going to look a fucking fool and not worth the money or whatever. He can't play them. I'm fed up fucking saying it. He can't play them. He can't play like the ingredients in a fucking big dish and giving it to a chef. Here, fucking make something. I don't know what you want making. You fucking make it up. He hasn't a fucking clue. So the chef can't make the fucking whatever because he doesn't know what to do with the ingredients. Even most people reading this would fail to adapt to all that. Adapt to what? When Virgil says the fans who were celebrating with us last season should stand back, we fucking do. Isn't him attacking your loyalty? He is reaffirming the very message this club was built on. We fucking do. We do support them. Why am I fucking doing this? I'm concerned about my fucking football club that I've been following for fucking years, being everywhere, spent a fucking fortune on them. The fucking club didn't give me anything. I always remember it was a West Ham game. I'll get onto this. What was his fucking name? And I got let down for a ticket. I was standing by the players' entrance. I'm going back years ago. Robinson. Do you remember Robinson was our fucking Robinson. And there was this other fella standing there. Oh, fucking hell. Boxing Day it was. And I went, oh, fuck it. And this other fellow went, he said, have you been let down for your ticket? I said, yes. He said, so have I. And it's empty because the door went up, just kicked off. And a little window opened next to the big door, that the players went in. And the little hands went. This is genuine, this. So we walked over. And she said, do you need tickets? I said, yeah, we've been let down. And she went, okay. And genuine. She came out and she went, here are 2 tickets. One for me and one for the fella. Complimentary tickets. Right? Complimentary. And Robinson, with his little fucking flat cap, was standing behind it. And went like that, to his shoulder. And she looks up, and he bent down and he whispered in her ear, we got fucking charged for complimentary tickets. And, we didn't know that they were complimentary tickets, and this fucking Robertson fucking charged us. Happy fucking Christmas, Mr. Scrooge. But I didn't shout as this fella did. I said, well fucking said. That was fucking shocking, that. Liverpool have given me fuck all. I've given them everything. Everything. The only pleasure they've given me is great managers, great players, and winning trophies. That's what they've given me back. But they've never fucking given me anything. If you know what I mean. Like a fucking complimentary ticket. I was on LFC TV. They wouldn't give you a fucking ticket either. Them fucking... fuck them anyway. You get fuck all. You've got to pay for it. You have to fucking pay for it. And the family says, no matter the storm, we go through it together. Yes, we do. Of course we do. But for some reason, certain people took this as Verge telling them not to do. Weird mindset that needs to be removed from our fan base. Yes. Yes, good shout that, actually. We do get behind the team. This is why we're behind. This is why we're fucking doing this on a fucking Saturday night and fucking going on for 9 o'clock. I'm just going to go right down now, being on it nearly 2 hours. Neil Caldwell, Klopp and dealing with the big egos was his meat and drink. That is part of why the players like Salah and Mane were brilliant for us. Yes, 100%. Cracking that, Neil Caldwell. Brilliant. And Paul always says, come on, Frank. Even Baldy had lives, Matt. I'm fucking sick of it, honest. I can't. But anyway, for all you wonderful people who follow me on my other podcast, I've got my history show tomorrow night, same time, 7 o'clock. Just throw that in. Brilliant. Lives matter. Thanks for making me laugh. And the answer is, you never walk alone. Thanks, my friend. Frank Carlyle doesn't know my ways of defending. I like to have an open defense. Really open. That's a cracker, that. The way you've got that, really open. Brilliant. You're good people. You're funny, genuine. And Bob McPreeben. What are we going to do, mate? It's in the lap of the likes of Edwards. That's who it's in. All as we can do, look, no matter how you look at it, I'm being honest, I don't like fucking slot. Never have done. I'm being honest with you. You know, I don't like his interviews. He's making fucking excuses last season. We won the league because someone asked him, you know, after we beat Tottenham. He said, well, we won the league. We won the league. So they're more or less saying, well, why should we be playing good and beating fucking other teams? You know, we've already won the league, so fucking what? That's his attitude. Now he's just fucking playing wish and hope. Which people have cottoned on to. It's wish and hope. Wish and hope. And that's it, Bob. Wish and hope. What are we going to do, mate? Just fucking get rid of him. Get fucking someone in. Look, I know for a fact that there's internal stuff going on. That's why Jurgen left. Am I getting banned here? I think I'm getting banned. Like the other night. As you were, I do a current affairs thing. And I got an official one. You know, like freedom of speech. There's no freedom of speech. And that's the way it went the other night. You know, it went all blur. You mightn't have seen it, but I seen it. And an official warning came up in the corner. And I had to stop the stream. But that's a different thing. That's on a Friday night. And Boxscribe Boxing. That's not Joe Louis, is it? One of the greatest boxers of any time. Signed for Liverpool, Joe Louis. Signed for Liverpool. The world's heavyweight boxing champion. And he signed for Liverpool. It was like a thing, you know, during the war when all the Americans were over there. Anyway, morning, evening, Francis. Getting a bit depressing. Getting up at stupid o'clock to watch these performances. Should have given Jurgen the money, kept him, and stayed away from the Muppet Show. Oh, Harry. Hiya, Harry. Oh, the lads is, what a fella. What a fella. New Zealand. Harry, thank you for getting that. Thank you, Harry. Harry came to see me. All the way from New Zealand. Came up to see Frank from New Zealand. Cheers, Harry. Regards to all the family, fella, honestly. And stop feeding those sheep. Running after them in the fields. Near Caldwell, Ireland's FC. Slots crap footy, says John Neal, has permeated the whole club. Youth sides losing nearly every week. Club needs cleansing of the smell of Edam and used clogs. That's a cracker analogy. That I've been watching these kids. Fucking shocking. And it's the same system that, you know, his mentality is, his ideology of his type of football. And it's not fucking working. I'll tell you what, though, it'll be... Thanks, John Neal. That was a cracker. Mamadashvili has done well, though. He made a couple of mistakes yesterday, but he has no defence protect. That's a good shout, that, because everybody's fucking there going on about him. Everybody is going on about him. Oh yeah, isn't there? Fucking well. Jürgen, Bill Clopper statue. I've seen you for a while. If we lose, don't judge the players, judge me, Jürgen Klopp. That's a great quote by the big Jürg. You're right there, Builder. You're right. And again, I really feel for Harvey Frank. He was left out of the Villa squad today. Emery doesn't rate him. He's heartbroken, isn't he, because he left Liverpool? No matter what profession you're in, and if you have to say like you work for a firm and you're enjoying the camaraderie and everything that you're working with, then all of a sudden you fucking sent to another part of the wherever, and they're all like different. You don't see the camaraderie that you get, and you're not going to enjoy it. And that's what he left camaraderie. He left people that he'd been with for years. Fellas, players who nurtured him when he was injured, when he had that bad injury, remember? He left all that behind and it was it. It's like Mo Salah and Diogo Jota, and I keep saying, we all grieve for Diogo. We all grieve. The unfortunate thing, the 20-minute clapping has to stop. It has to. It's affecting the players. All this clapping, it just hits them there. It's got to stop. We still grieve. With Salah losing form, we should consider bringing Elliott home. He is a natural left foot, and we all know he is quality. Neil Caldwell, Real Madrid coming up. Yes, big Frankie lad, only down to 7th now. Not looking forward to Crystal Palace on Wednesday, says Buddy lad. You're right, Buddy. You're right, mate. This is nothing. I watched Dodgson the late. It's definitely not great, but last year's title earned Slot some grace. Not even fucking mentioning that. Slimy, wasn't he? Reptiles often have that effect, says Young. Imagine Trent scores at Anfield and celebrates with his brother Marcel at the away. Says Darwin to go fucking. And IBRT, your club's owners are definitely reptiles. I'll leave Johan alone, please, IBR. You know he's a great fella. And yet they want to get fucking reptiles out of their club as well. The Glazers been asking for years. So I don't think you were having to go IBR. I think you're right. Of course, the reptiles. All American businessmen are reptiles. They want you. They want your money. It's like the taxpayers now. Not going to go into this, but the taxpayers now, the ordinary American taxpayer who work very hard, the fucking taxes are going somewhere. I'll leave it up to you where they're fucking going. And it's fucking wrong. Frank, do you know why this fan base loves to use Gapco as a scapegoat? It breaks my heart because he's my favourite Liverpool player, says Cody. Cody, look, I said before the game yesterday, I bet Jones becomes a scapegoat. And he always comes a scapegoat. I was watching some fucking fella today. That's all he was there. And he mentioned Jones. I said, oh, fuck off. Mentioned Jones. I said, oh, fuck off. Well, let me tell you, trying to fucking give out. This is where we're going on. You could see where he was cutting and reading fucking from a script or something. He was cutting. Fuck off, just say it. Go live. And another fella, I used to follow this fella. And I said, I wonder what this fella's saying. You know the way you just put it on at the start on YouTube, and it just gives you like a minute or so. And what he said, and oh there, you know, he said, I didn't watch the match yesterday. I only seen the score because he must have been travelling. Not being fucking funny. If you don't fucking see a game, how can you fucking do a podcast? Hey, tell me. And I thought, never even fucking put him on. As soon as he said that, that was a bang on to that. Johan, they are Florida Jews, we know. There you go. You got a foot in everywhere. A foot in everywhere. He has 7 goal contributions already, and some people act like he can't play football. Well, that is crap. It's horrible disrespect. I thought we were supposed to be to back out. We do. It's just that some Cody. It's like Jones. Jones is a Scouse lad who's came right through the fucking academy, and there is some fucking arseholes who fucking just scapegoat him as well. And it's annoying. They've forgotten what Mo Salah did last season. He won the fucking league, not Arnie. Fucking Arnie the Sloot. He never won the fucking league. It was Mo Salah and the team that Klopp left. So you're seeing well, the Sloot man is really like clueless, and his backroom staff. You see, so the scapegoats everywhere, unfortunately. Apparently, you can't be angry about this current run because we had the worst results under Hodgson, and yeah, says the Luch. I won't mention that fucking Northern Ireland's manager's name, Northern Irish. Fucking won't mention that fucking prick's name. But you're right there, Lucho Magic. Then again, we've come to the... he's just equalled the Northern Irishman's fucking thing, hasn't he? 4 games on the trot. And playing fucking crap as well. I can defend the plays, but I can't defend absolute boring football. I'm watching. Yeah, there you go. Nutshell. Plastic fans that start following the club during the Cop era are the loudest critics. Take a breath, people, says the Liverpool videos. Yeah, I know. Being a fan since Paisley, this too shall pass. Give the team some grace for losing a friend and for Slot to mould. But give it a look. I go back even to the Shankly days myself. Shankly. And I've seen managers come and go, seen fucking great managers and fucking woeful managers. like Chu's just been mentioned there. This fella's a fucking turd, my opinion. Not only my opinion, but other people's as well. He's clueless. You know, give him grace. He's been playing crap since last fucking January. And that's when Diogo was alive. He's been playing crap. He got rid of Nunes, who actually Captain Chaos, called fucking Chaos. He got rid of him. He got rid of Lucho. When Lucho, you know, to the contrary of what people think, he only wanted a pay rise. Not like an astronomical pay rise. But the spin was he wants to go to Barcelona. Where did he fucking go? Yeah, Barca, he went to, well, he never went. He went to the sister town, you know, the same club that's in Barca. And it's called Bayern Munich. That's where he went, you know, because they're rivals in Barcelona. I don't know whether you're aware of that. That's where he went. So he got to Spain and Bayern Munich. Do you see what I mean? So it was fucking spin. He didn't want to leave Lucho. He wanted a pay rise. And he never got it. Spin was he wants fucking Barca and ends up a fucking Bayern Munich, for fuck's sake. The only thing we can control as fans is supporting. We fucking do. Stop saying that. We do. Where do you think I'm fucking here? If I didn't fucking support the Reds, you know, like the players, I wouldn't be fucking sitting here. I'd just be fucking sitting on my couch watching a fucking telly. And having a cup of tea and a piece of cake or something, whatever. We're fucking concerned. And we're concerned about this fucking clot who's clueless. I'm saying that, me. That the sloop man is fucking clueless. He hasn't a fucking clue. He doesn't know what to do with fucking players that cost nearly 400 fucking million. He hasn't a fucking clue how to play them. Fucking hell. So we do get behind a fucking team. Fuck's sake, come on. Liverpool's your Arnslot. Looking at the way Brentford played and fought, I don't think it was ever in the game for us to get a result apart from the last 5 minutes. Liverpool videos, have you read that? Are you still there? That's our fucking coach. And what else did he say? Oh, the Premiership's changed this season. What? What? Fucking hell, and he's our fucking manager. Of our club, great club. Fucking hell. And you're saying give him fucking grace? Fuck's sake. The Shabby says, Anslot today was the worst performance of all 4 losses we had. We didn't do the basics right. They won more. Wonder why. Nothing to do with his fucking system. Hey, nothing to do with his tactics. But fuck. That's why I don't listen to him. I won't watch any of his press conferences. Just can't stand them, man. And the way you don't like it, you know, when you bump into someone and you go, I don't like it, or here, I've had it fucking enough. And I'm finishing them all. Kigo says, nothing but plastic about every concerned fans, mate. They can see the writings on the wall. Slaughter's lost the dressing room, multi-millionaire players that look like they're playing in the Sunday League. Yeah, well, he's got them playing like a fucking Sunday League team. Kigo, you know that. And the answer, Xabi, you will never replace me here. I was way better CDM than you were, Matt. Says old baldy one. Fucking Frank, did you hear about the new Kenny Dalglish documentary that's coming out? It was directed by Asif Kabadia, who's an amazing filmmaker. He did Senna and the Amy Winehouse thing. No. I know that it is being made, like, but no. I didn't know. Build. The film was narrated by Kenny. It was interviewed for hours by Asif. So it's his career in his own words and on Hillsborough too. Well, I've got a photograph on my thing, you know, in the living room, me and Kenny. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Do you think Kenny is the greatest Liverpool player ever? Because older Liverpool fans tell me, says Builder. Kenny, I always remember saying at the time that Steven Gerrard took over his mantle. Steven Gerrard is the greatest legend. This is my opinion. And I know Kenny. I've never ever spoken to Steven Gerrard, ever. I've spoken to some greats. People became friends of mine. Kenny. But no. Great player. And I've always said this, why I think Steven Gerrard, Kenny Dalglish plays in a team with 10 other world-class, that includes the keeper, by the way, Kenny played world-class players he played with. Steven Gerrard fucking dragged through a fucking team. Jimmy Traore's, fucking Chelsea's, fucking Joe Cole's. Oh, God, fucking hell. You can name the fucking players that he was fucking playing with. He won us, Steven Gerrard. You know, a few of them did. You know, 2005 Istanbul. You could never forget. You could never forget. A couple of years later, the following year later, down in Cardiff, the FA Cup final. No, it wasn't. That was that, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. When we beat West Ham, I'm sorry, my apologies. I'm tired now, you see. When he, you know, that shot he had. When he had that shot. 30 fucking 5 yards out. The same against Olympiacos again, another one. Some of the goals he scored were phenomenal. So yeah, Kenny, Steven Gerrard. That's who I think is the greatest. Stevie G. I still think they won't sack him, but if City beat them bad, could we see him leave after the incident? Could you actually, Alan? But his mate's running the club. That John Henry, isn't he? He hasn't a fucking clue. He just sits on his fucking yachts, $1 million yachts. And I'm not millions of fucking 42 million, I think he paid for fucking one. So he could be going around the Florida coast where it's lovely and warm, rather than up in Boston. You know the score. I'm being sarcastic. But he just doesn't fucking know about football. That's why he got Edwards back. Think about Edwards leaving and Edwards coming back, and all of a sudden, Jaeger went, I'm leaving. Think about it. Not going through it again, Alan. I don't. I mean, I know why, and I'm not saying it again over here. And Bill says, Kenny Dalglish Prime Video documentary is the name. And Johan, Bill, thank you, mate. Honestly, he should have gotten his flowers ages ago. Ali Danusa, Romania. Good evening, says Ali from Romania. Hiya, Ali. Build. Do you think Theo is Liverpool's greatest ever player? I was going to say that for you. It's not for me to judge who your best player was, but from what I've seen in my own eyes, Roy Keane is my favourite. And Darwin to go, Dominic Szoboszlai really prevented this Super Arsenal team from going invincible. Well said. Well said, Darwin the GOAT. Now, Frank, I'm off for a point. We'll get there, but doubt it will be with this manager. Thanks, King. Bring back Klopp, send Salah to Saudi, and let's start making better moves. Selling Mane, Diaz, Fabinho, Suarez, our player of the month, is on the bench. I know Chiesa can play many roles, but right back, says Ali the News. And he's our Romeo. And Johan, used to love Gerrard as a player. Mo was a close second somehow. I've always had a soft spot. Torres was brilliant, Johan. He was fucking great, El Nino. 19% says, yeah, of all Premier League goals this season have come via corners, the highest proportion ever in the Premier League campaign. And that's what Slot's blaming. Why can't we score? That's what he fucking says. Why can't... Fuck off. Why can't we score? Fuck's sake. Buonanotte, Franco, says Bella. Per permesso di aprire un'altra discussione su Liverpool e Slot. Thank you for, what she's saying, thanks for the great discussion, especially about Slot, or the Slootman. Grazie, Bella. Ci vediamo. A domani. Sì, a domani. Good night, you Red, says Bella. Johan. Have a good night, Bella. See you tomorrow. Ali the News. For me, Diaz was our best player in the last years. Then they just get rid of him. Why? He always helped the left flank, always created a lot, even if he didn't score a lot. He was very important. Yeah, he was important. I said that. It's always said that. And you've said it. You've heard me saying it as well, and the rest on here. Virgil is sounding like a stuck record. We need to do this. We need to do that after every game. All talk, no action, says my own mate Steve Malone. I'm going to go right down, people. And Johan says, my friends are saying Slot in. They want to see you struggle, but you need to get rid of Slot. ASAP, in my opinion. Similar style as Ten Hag. Players don't win second balls anymore. Lack of commitment. And that's from our friend. That's brilliant, that. I've got to go right down. Andrew McCauley. Geriatric. Teams play differently against us this season from last season's. That's what Arnie said to the Arnie. Play different from him. And he's our fucking manager. Can't anyone get that? Looking through their head. A fucking arsehole like him. Okay. What did he do last year? No, we fucking haven't. What did you fucking do last year? Hey, what did you do last year? Did you go on your holidays to Forteventura or somewhere, mate? You loved him, but all of a sudden you're turning on him. Like, give me a fucking reason. Give me one fucking reason about this season. Go ahead, one. Is that we beat Bournemouth 2-0 at home? And we played fucking crap. We've been playing crap from last fucking January, mate. Who won us the fucking the league? Was it him? Wasn't fucking him. Get a grip. Get a fucking... The likes of fucking you was wanting to get rid of fucking Mo Salah 2 fucking years ago. He won us the fucking league. Just imagine if he was taking notice of you, Mo Salah. Would he have won the fucking league? He's fucking destroying Liverpool. Can't you fucking get that through your fucking head? Fucking hell, you people. Didn't fucking love him anyway. The fuck, who is he? That's who I fucking said. Who the fuck is he? Look. You don't tell me to stop fucking swearing. Who the fuck are you? Well, listen to it. Yeah, it's a shame the working class don't get as upset about the waiting time in and... What are you fucking on about? Don't tell me not to fucking swear. Oh, fuck off. Stop swearing, Frank. And the picture's Charlie Bailey, not Joe Louis. Look him up. Thanks, Harry. I'm fucking leaving it now. Ali. Franco, Las Capo. Fucking. Stop swearing. I mentioned working classes. Well, Einstein said, you know, there's no harm in swearing to make a point. George Bernard Shaw, no harm in swearing, using expletives to emphasize what you're saying. Einstein, George Bernard Shaw. Even fucking Trump swore, didn't he, last week? Telling me not to swear. Ali, Frank, last night Leo from Leo's Goals asked me if you were stressed out. I bet you were fuming. Was. Tell Leo, yeah. Tell Leo's sent him my regards, by the way. Shanks won his first Division League title in 1965. Liverpool finished 7th. Shanks then bounced back and won the league and had... Yeah, and what's your point? What's your fucking point? I want points now. In fact, Shanks didn't win his next league title, meaning the fans today who have such high standards would have sacked the very man who built the... Oh, fuck off. To hell, lads. I've had a fucking enough. See what I mean? Making fucking excuses. Hey, how can you never walk alone, family? Fucking hell, these fucking people are buttes. Keno. Imagine telling us Scousers not to swear. The point is, it doesn't guarantee Arn's future success, but it does indicate people are being very reactive and immature, in brackets, as most modern day fans feel they have to say what rivals want to hear, close brackets. Are you fucking serious, mate? Are you fucking serious? The point. Is that it? Is that your point? It doesn't guarantee Arn's future success. Tell you what, I want him fucking gone. What are you going to say about that? I've never liked the man. Never, ever liked the man. I just don't fucking like him. And as far as his fucking tactics and system are concerned, he can fucking do one for me. And I'm going. On that note. And as Ali says, never tell an Italian man not to swear. Spot on. And as the Kigo said, yeah, Frank, I want him gone ASAP. And thank you, Frank and Legends. CKL Legends, the daylight savings had me messed up today. Franco, promise I'll finish the outsider before the weekend on the shift after this. Good night, Legends. Better finish it before Halloween. Johan. I can put my lifeline that fans are way more upset about the club results than the players. So Virgil, just sit and take care of the team. Let fans be fans. They will always be behind. Peter Kropkin. Klopp back as interim. Yeah, go along with that. Definitely go along with. But if he came as interim, he's want to stay because he's a. Someone mentioned Shankly there, but in a stupid context, and trying to put one over for Sloot. Told me not to swear. Be swearing for, Frank. Anyway, he'd stay. He'd just want to stay. Tusker. Give over, even in hindsight. You can't compare Shanks and Slot. Slot blames everyone but himself. He's got to go. They don't get it, do they, Toscana? They do not get it at all. IBR. Great show, Franco. I'm off to bed. Good night. Good night, IBR. See you later, mate. Toscana. That's great. That's a great show, Toscana. And Ali, much love, El Franquino. Enjoy the night. Thank you. And I'm just going to leave it on that and say good night, everybody. Don't forget, I've got my history show tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Wednesday, I've got the, what time is it? Fucking hell. I've got, I don't know whether I've got the history of literature on Tuesday or Thursday, because I know Liverpool are playing. He's here no watch along. Can't get over that Anthony McCauley fucking telling me not to swear. Fucking hell. Fucking Einstein said, you've got to prove a point. Swear is the only way to fucking... Okay. Brilliant channel for us Liverpool fans to get it off our chest. Subbed and liked. Thanks, Frank, says Keego. Thank you, Keego. Thank you so much. Franco, is your phone working? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Darwin the Goat. It is Toscana. I'll be texting you. I've been a fan since 1988. We've seen worse and it's less talent. We're going to work our way through it. Stay locked in. Our boys will rise to the occasion. Says Darwin, the GOAT. And on that note, I'm going. Tired. Franco, there's normal history on Tuesday is literally Wednesday. What you yes, normal history and the history of literature on Tuesday. Normal history tomorrow. Thank you, the producer. Thank you so much. Mille grazie. Thank you, Franco and chatters for tonight. Thank you, Toscana. I'm fed up now. Chatty bye, says. Can't get over it. Stop swearing. Because he came out with crap about fucking Slot. Give him a chance. Putting it in brackets. Just take that on a fucking divvy or something. Far from a fella. Never forget that. Far fucking from it. Do you know what? That's a cracking shout. If Darwin was playing his last game, I bet 80% of the people were blaming him for the results. Better for him because he left. That's a cracker, that. Hey, Leo, lad. That's a cracker. I'll just finish it. Slot ball is the new Ange ball. Good to see you. Yeah, I've just seen him there. Just seeing him there. The Leos. Frank, I wanted to come on and say hi. How are you doing? Put it this way, I can't walk very far, but I'm getting there. No, I'm not getting there. I'm waiting to hospitals and things like that. But it's good for you today, say. Thank you, Leo's Goals. He's a good lad, him. He's a good lad. I wanted to check in to see how you were there. That's great. I was absolutely devastated after the loss, so it's hard to be positive after our team played. Yes, this is what's going on. It's shocking. Leo's Goals. It really is shocking, mate. It's tactics, it's systems, backroom staff having a clue. The sloop man hasn't a clue. And he carries on by saying, so we have to stick together. We all stick together and try to be positive, because the reality is Slot won't go. So we must see how we can improve. I want Robo Gomez Chiesa to get a start versus Palace. We need to see some change. There you go. Be interesting to see, to be honest, Leo, who he does change, but he has to get a win again. He has to win again. You know, he has to do something. We can't go on like this. Leo was my bro, such a great guy, to be honest. Not a mafioso like you, Frank, but a nice. Exactly. Not a mafiosi like me. What would you do for the Palace game? Well, you might think I'm mad here, but change the system. But he won't change the system. We've got to be in the faces. We've got to high press. We can't be messing around at the back. It's ridiculous. He's been doing it for a very, very, very long time, and we got away with it at the beginning of the season with those few wins. And now it's fell flat. I said, Leo, we're getting away with lucky wins here. And then he was found out, and we haven't won a game since, except, you know, by a very poor Eintracht Frankfurt. Because we simply can't afford to lose more. He's under too much pressure. Exactly, we can't go on like this. Anyway, Frank, good night. I just wanted to pop in and send my love and stand ahead of the new week. You never walk alone. Thank you, Leo Scholes. You're a good man. You're a good man. Cheers, fella. And good luck to you as well. And on that wonderful note, by Leo's goals, I'm going to call it a day. I'll see you tomorrow for the history show. I'll say to my lovely Italian girls, Adamani, ci vediamo, ciao bella, ciao tutti.